Kelly got one of the best waves I've seen all day. 3 tube rides, a couple of big turns on the open face, scored in the excellent range. So what a fantastic day so far.
Kelly moving on to round 4. Let's work out that bottom part of the draw. Round 4, heat number 4 is going to be filled with solid surfers, with this one kicking off with Sebastian Zietz and Connor Coffin going head-to-head. Really try to take over position. Right now, this one's going to get started with Sebastian Zietz. Crazy. Backwash is going to take him out deep on the point. Further down the line is Connor Coffin for the rest of it. Connor through his second blast off the lip. It's opening up. Stylish layback carve off the roof. Jams it out in front again. The Californian just stretching this one out. Down carve right into a bottom turn and wraps it out front. Now with the lip to hit. Jams it. This heat is well underway now with a series of moves from Connor Coffin into his second year on tour. Big full carve through the inside corner. And now calling for the ski. Seabass was super deep. Ended up going down, and Connor had the rest of it to take the lead. The priority and a gem coming his way. He wants to take off deep on this one. Air drops it, packs it. Now starting to drive for the exit. Sebastian Zietz makes it without a problem. There's the fade. And all setup work. High on adrenaline from the rush of the barrel. And now he's hoping for this inside track.
Well, it's going to come, Joe. He's just got to be patient.
Now starting to drive. Zietz has earned it. A little closeout decision, ends up going down. So not that real beautiful lined up double up wall that he was hoping for. Take that victory a couple of years back. Let's watch Seabass again.
Yeah, a very tricky takeoff there with that backwash that comes back at you. Seabass came out of that barrel untouched, nice and deep, perfect positioning. And I'm calling that an excellent ride, really. I mean, it's a tricky takeoff. Very critical, because when you're taking off on that wave, Joe, you've got this backwash coming at you. And not only that, though, you're looking straight at that rock shelf that's right in front of you. Sebastian there falling off. And we spoke to Richie earlier, and he basically said, look, you know, we're going to score the ride. Have a look at this stuff. I mean, that is about as good as you want to get out here. Perfect tube ride there from Sebastian Zietz. Comes out with that beautiful wraparound turn. So not an inside section that he was really looking for. And he did fall off, but we talked to Richie earlier, and he said, look, we're not going to deduct points from what has already been done.
Also watching Connor in the exchange.
Yeah, Connor sat further down, and, you know, this is the classic Snapper Rocks wave right here, where, you know, nice vertical face, just allowed him to really open up with a bunch of turns. Kind of in two minds there, do I get barreled or do I just stick to turns? Smart move, just sticking to the turns. The part of the wave that's going to score big for tube ride is out the back. All this inside stuff, you need to go to turns and keep that board moving rail to rail, which he did. So Connor surfed this wave unreal, 7.83, so good score for him. Sebastian Zietz, have a look at that score.
So scores coming in from the opening exchange is the water angle from deep up the point. Seabass ejecting, and then Connor turned this into the 7.83 going to maneuvers.
Yeah, a little bumpy on the face with that wind and the tide changing and all that stuff. So you've got to take a lot into consideration. Connor just really strong, smooth, solid surfing. I love it. He's kind of an old school mode where he just sticks that board and that rail in the water and just really lays into those turns. Big sort of heavy back-footed surfer. Loves us down the line, sort of point break situation. As you said, growing up watching guys like Tom Curran.
And now Connor making a move again, wrapping that first section. Projection flow to get down the line. Tacks it off the roof again. Little layback hack to change up the flow. Wraps it through the inside corner. This will be his second scoring ride for the time being. Wants a little bit more water to work with here. Another frontside carve, and Connor belts it off the lip. One more vertical attack for Connor as he will just tap it shut on the inside. So hanging in there through some challenging sections, and still looking interested until that final section where he goes incomplete.
That was a leg burner, wasn't it? I mean, he's just blitzed that first wave all the way through the inside and got the better of the first exchange, Joe.
Really solid on the 7.83. Seabass on the barrel, a 7.5. So now Connor just getting this last wave. Will go back into first. with 21 on the clock. So 2 different strategies there. Seabass getting barreled. That was that section where the judges say they would be rewarded, but also rewarding these kind of moves. Let's see what Connor did here.
Yeah, this is wave number 2 for Connor Coffin. So, you know, needing less than half a point to change this heat. So he's definitely going to move into that first place. I think we're going to see a classic seesaw battle here. And I think Sebastian Zietz is going to realize, okay, a 7.5 for a great tube right out the back. Connor, a 7.83 for turns. I think Seabass on his next wave, I think we're going to see a series of good maneuvers. But Connor, a nice solid backup here. Smart surfing from Connor. And that's what really impressed me in his rookie year, Joe. Just made some really smart decisions. Great wave choice, great maneuver choice. No rush. You can see just picking the right turn at the right time. Didn't look like he's rushing through his repertoire. Really sort of, you know, puts a lot of power into it. Here he goes now.
Seabass deep, wants to get barreled again. This time he's not too deep on this section. Now he disappears. So wanted to capitalize on the open face. Gets a quick little roundhouse cutback. He knows he needs a double up section to really make this one count. Set up for a little 2-for-1 combination, but he'll lose the finish. He's only chasing a 5.67. Now down to 16:30 to go.
Yeah, a unique style of wave that he's been sort of selecting. It's very similar to the first one, but not as good, where it's a tube right on the outside and then it gets kind of stuck behind the section through that inside bowl. You know, kind of a messy little barrel. Kind of got clipped at the end of it coming out, so it wasn't super clean. It's going to be a below average score really for Seabass. And then there's downtime right here where he wasn't allowed to get enough speed to get around the section, so going for that last maneuver and again falling off. So Seabass needs to go back to the drawing board as far as his wave selection goes, Joe.
See that approach to the barrel? He wanted to get just as deep as his start. He hung in there and got a better position halfway down the line. How hard is that to do?
Oh, difficult. I mean, you know, we've been super critical here right now, and you have to be at this level, you know. I mean, when you look at his first wave, nice, clean, deep, open barrel, 7.50
here. Came to Snapper Rocks, turned in an equal 9th, was his best result of his career, and he continued on for more success. Seabass has a lot of drive. Looks like he's going to maneuvers now. Nope, he slams on the brakes and pulls in again, but he's going to get hung up.
Yeah. And he's got to get that tube ride out of his mind right now. I think it's really not doing him any favors, that's for sure. You know, with that wind, it's kind of producing a little bit of sort of a bumpy face.
Seabass up again, looking to just reset down the line. Likes catching a lot of waves. He's definitely a rhythm surfer. Sometimes in free surfs, he won't even make it out the back because he just turns around on everything. Keeps just freestyling. He's really fun to watch when he's warming up. 17 is just getting started. They're also available on site if you're in the local area here at Snapper Rocks. Coming off the break, here comes Sebastian Zietz, trying to come back to take the lead off Connor Coffin. Already threw 3 big moves from carves to snaps off the top with a tail slide. So far, great start for the surfer from Hawaii. Coming through the inside, tail blow to finish, looking to hang on as he's going to sit on that final turn. Connor quick to answer. Always stylish in his approach through the downtime. Now trying to take advantage of this thing starting to pocket up. Aggressive little hack towards the tail end of this ride. Connor wants to stay on his feet through the finish. Nice form again as he snaps it through multiple turns to the inside. And we'll see what Connor did out the back on that exchange in just a moment. With 9:15 to go, Pot Zietz was needing a 5.67, but Connor also had a 5.33 to improve on there.
Yeah, well, we're going to see the lead change for sure. I mean, this heat's only really starting to click in. 9 minutes to go, both guys getting very similar waves, I suppose. Connor's maybe a little bit bigger. Sebastian maybe just a little bit more vertical face. So let's have a look at Connor's section out the back. Beautiful. Just flowing turns there from Connor Coffin. I like the low center of gravity that he has, and you know, he just stays nice and compact, which gives him speed and power. That's a very old school approach, which is what gets me really excited. Another nice turn there from Connor. So just building up his score as he comes through that inside section. As you said, trying to replace a 5.33. I think he's done that quite easily. And another good wave for Connor Coffin. Connor, just such a mature head on his shoulders for his second year on tour. Seabass, on the other hand, let's see what he's got for us. Nice little, just a setup turn, really. Now he starts to unleash, show some variety, throws the fins out, gets that beautiful drifting maneuver. He's got that down pat. Real trademark stuff from Sebastian Zietz. Gets the boardies back on properly and bang through the lip. That's more like it from Seabass. So Sebastian Zietz looking for a 5, 6, 7. He's going to get that.
2 minutes to go. Priority is with Sebastian. He's going to set up his first car down the line. Punches out the rebound real quick. Little top turn wrap into his third hook already. A lot of down the line speed. Hoping for the inside bowl. Another wrapping cutback, and he has to get out of there. Minute 45 pot. Down the beach, Seabass trying to create some space. He's up on a little wave that he wants to grow. It's not going to happen. You can see him now trying to dig deep, hoping that he has another chance. Had a game plan, got the 7.5 early. Still within range. A 6.84 is not a huge ask.
It is when your opponent's got priority and you've only got 30 seconds on the clock.
It sure is, Ponce.
Unfortunate there for Seabass. You know, just a couple of little glitches through his heat too. A couple of wipeouts. You know, looking for the barrel.
He's just going to have a look at this one. It's got a little ball on it to start. Aggressive carve, hits it hard again. He hangs onto it. Layback hack again. So doing the best he can on a small inside corner. Drills it off the lip. Connor's on the next one. Wrapping it shut, now trying to blow the tail into reverse. Seabass not holding anything back, but he won't get credit for the finish. And now it's Connor heading to that same part of the bank. There's his layback. Lands on his feet. They're going to kick out right next to each other and wait for the outcome. And he went for a couple of big blows. How'd he do here?
Oh, I mean, he surfed the wave probably as good as he could. You know, you talk about classic Seabass surfing. Just needed maybe a little bit of this at the beginning of the heat. You know, try to back that 7.5 up. You know, once he dropped that 7.5, it was like 6 waves or 7 waves where he scored less than 4 points on. So, you know, that's not the kind of surfing you really need to move through these big heats. Connor right at the end as well, while Seabass was going to town on that little inside wave. Connor just sort of bringing this one in. I mean, I don't know whether this is even going to go into his top 2, but just a well-structured heat for Connor Coffin as comes off the bottom and bang, little air reverse there of his own. So Connor Coffin looking comfortable, looking strong, and I think he's going to be a tough one to beat as this event moves further through.
Love watching the replay from Connor Coffin from start to finish. Missed that radical finish because those sections were colliding in an awkward way. And he almost came close to the score he needed to turn it on the tail end of that heat. Left chasing a 6.84. As we know, Potts, it's tough to get a big number when you're not on a set wave.
Well, that's it. You know, it's not his surfing. So there's a positive outcome there for Seabass. It's not the way he's surfing. He's surfing unbelievable. It's just the wave quality out here at Snapper Rocks. If you're not on the good ones, you heard Frederica Mariah say, wave selection is half the game.